So Windows 7 has had a lot of improvements to its desktop and how to access certain software applications. So for example, if there's certain software applications that you use regularly, Windows 7 you would customize to allow you to access them very easily. So let's start off in the bottom left. In the bottom left we'll go to the orb or the start button. And in the list here you'll see the most commonly used applications. If I don't see the item in the list, what I can do is I can just begin to type it here. So if I'm going to use the Paint program, as I type, the list will slowly populate, and at the very top you can see the program Paint there. So what I've just done is I've loaded up the default Paint program. You'll actually see, if I go back to this button, you'll actually see it's here in the list. What I can do though is I can ensure that it is permanently in this list. You can see at the moment it is in the start menu, but if I wanted to remove it from the start menu, I just click that and it's now been removed. If I want to bring it back, I just find Paint again, right click on it, and I pin it to start menu again. And there we go. When I click back on this list, you'll see it's back to where it was. The other option is, what I might want to do is I might actually want to pin it to the taskbar. You can see that it is actually in the taskbar, but that's only because the application is loaded. So as soon as I close the application, you'll see it's now removed from the taskbar. But if I want to permanently have it there so that I could load up that application whenever I wanted, all I need to do is find the application and then right click on it and pin to taskbar, and you will see there it is down here, and whenever I want to load it I can just click on it and it will load the application. There are some other things that I might want to do. So if I'm using multiple applications, I will want to organize my screen. So let's load up multiple applications. So I'm going to load up, I've got the Paint program, I'm going to load up a calculator, there we go, and then I'm going to also load up Notepad. There we go. So I've got 3 applications loaded, and you can see the 3 icons down in the taskbar. One of the nice things about Windows 7 is the ability to organize the screen. So if I want to bring the calculator to the front, there we go, I just click on it down at the bottom. But if I want to just minimize everything else, if I just grab it and shake it, you'll see everything else is just minimized in the desktop. If I want to bring them all back, if I just left click on the top bar again and shake again, everything just returns. Very nice feature of Windows 7. Another feature is the ability to organize the windows. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to grab this notepad, and if I keep my left mouse button clicked, but if I just drag it to the left, you'll suddenly see, there we go, it's just now resized to the left hand panel. It also just took a little shake, so I've just brought back the Paint. And now if I do exactly the same to the Paint, left click and drag it to the right, it will then resize. So it's a perfect way to have 2 applications side by side on the screen and let Windows to automatically resize them. Whenever I want them back, I just drag it down, and same for the Notepad. So Windows 7, very, very friendly in terms of moving your windows about, resizing your windows, and making the common applications that you use available either in the taskbar at the bottom or in the start menu. The final thing to mention perhaps is in the start menu, for example, if there are applications that you use regularly, you can see that there's this little arrow just to the right, and what that will do is will load up the most recent files. If there are certain files that you use regularly, what you can do is, if you just use this little pin icon, what that means is this list of recent files will of course drop off over time. But what I can do is, if I pin an item to the list, it means it will be permanently available here at the top. So files that you always want to have access to quickly and easily, you can just pin to this list. I'm just now going to unpin it and return it to where it was. there we go.